You need to call J Pato. Your original TV. MPENSENMPENSENMU ni adebro adwenepa dwuma de ne sha ase fira no pa besi sabra fe ne aduru sensem a da apono so ebehwe na ebetutu na sere ne abasa. Me no ka say chairman emeritus Era Ade Koka ewo efia kane regional chairman Greater Accra regional nkasa unimu here introduction p Sema hodo na ekoso June 4th abesen eko hohoi ana afie kopie His Excellency the former president or flag bearer the National Democratic Congress edin komo kan sema hodo bi o said the new administration nya de so beto to niam ase na hwe June 4th the cofer pricing no e de bae ene de ekoso na chance the new administration or say or the beye model bia Ghana ebe krabehwe he will set standards obema amanfo ehunu senso ne ewo amamumu. He has been talking about things like this we kaya and okaso tena ase ehwe ye obetena back seat ohwe se de niam esi ekono hu se o se ye reset niam de niam to default resetting de niam ko back to factory setting ye hihye niam uzo kuta device bi na nkoyi a say act up bibi o say ebia apps bi no mu wo so say o reset ya and I say o ye crampo timi clean bibi afri so no acha say download new applications so timi say ma phone no sha say function something like this is what he's talking about indeed I know ya dey back wa eda ho afin so as in north by elections no 27th near hwe say be koso and some hodo pi akoso na no me te say me hu krata bi anasam je fi atro ya kire say ase nipa no a o my dwen some person mo contest na ba ko din any voters register mu asen north or to aba ho and so ma fa kana na kana sichi MPP ni friend say EC afa kwan bi so person mo de nipa ba ko bi di ekwohyem EC aba bonten aba bekyerkyerem afi so no MPP so aba bonten ya ono so ode enchiremu aba ntino mmie ni nyina ase de samikan nya de a nokre anom ne ade ti issues menu we na ebenya adaje pa but adofro so ebebo mu a ebehwe na yaka ho asem chairman emeritus akwaba
we just won po me
yankopa daroma ye he said there o de no said ye siko na no na ye kan o nyini nyina no na achafe na ye stronger nti o de ne de model ya adun se ye nye jai ho kra
ni se o jai ho kra
ye nye jai ho kra ye be he se ye be sere nyankopon na o de wadom ni bi enso so adom yi before ye be koso unse opani bi a World Bank mpanimfo ni bi aye interviews bi and in interview no mu asemba ko Ghana for unse Ghana for there o pa kasa afi asemba ko pani betu ni dia ya asmaka o kan bibi efa deals bi no ma moye anase contract bi no ma sign efa energy ho mapen so na o kasa sa contract na mo sign no e ka ho bi na ye sikasem ato baha ma unse nchemu ekoso a no de na no me say Era Komra donko and so ebe this be press conference church enema mu no me ade do abedru hai minim say ongo for benya anka do ano atum bi what is it the kai no ye ne ya adwen a eyeye ana say o ha na ni kan dodo
pato mmoachi
eje so
na mechia wona anepe enyo yeduma wa so amochi your program munzo wo sha 5 am to wa so amochi wa be ye na won so wo hwe de mo be na wo bo enum bi a o kire de o ya adum
yes
o ya adum ti na nyina yetna to de da nyame ase ampa na asama papa ikin there was earlier on a statement be there the woes of Ghana no in COVID
yeah
I'm say when we say in COVID in Emma Ghana hu ahotwiraba but I shall
say
abai the time
warning signs no shall say
that's right na papa ya sunde I'm so pese okoye presidential candidate was a Shales Dicro. So I'm so obey here. Shales don't share so bridge. Obey here presidents of Moha no support.
Yeah.
There was all come DBA. Remember omo ajatum say unti say donation bi na bi be na omo aya na I see power sign no agreement no two I don't know Ghana ho actually. What's about the reason why you sign power agreement? That power agreement here I see sign here Ghana ho you ho actually apan be untwa baako. He has rather
come to extend some.
Yes, rather negotiated and it be a no 5 years, why 20 years, it be a 10 years, why so many years. It say, and you had the papa. I mean, wait for me to that. It's fun from that angle. For a small canoe. Same with the Friday, that's the same thing. So, your politics, your party sample, because that make kind of say, okay, it's as president. Now, if you're Ghana situation, I'm saying last week about your kind, you said Ghana, time I any independence, the population is 6 million. It's a cost of more dam. I will come in 1963. I'm saying 5 turbines. It's a turbines. That's a cost of one soon. It was through until because of that, because your capacity at that time, no. Isano, uko akosombo na certain Accra virus can use 24 hours because electricity must be used. Jomo akosombo, boom, they don't pay electricity bill. That is why recently
lower
manya asamba hona moka say omo de akosombo na omo asase so nti they have omo to bomo so omo resources so omo to mean to electricity bill. So you see the genesis of the whole. But as population started growing, you need the Akosomoso. So water in Akosomoso started receding. The turbines, the Bakun Akofo. Now we run about 2 or 3 turbines, and that's because of that. We're not having enough generation. Most of our industries were not functioning.
Even got to a point where not offered the daily graphic. They are trouble. Water level no medasi. Inti successive government. Oba nenye dumso NRC, so whatever I call them, Buzia, Achampon, you name it, because population was then growing and we're not making any additions. Until the power started, and then during the early 90s, 2000s, then a problem. Because not dependent, not so does.
Factory say, Ghana is expanding. That time, so electricity, we expand electricity to other villages and cities.
Government deliberately was through that shape one.
That shape too, which was rolling style. Or the cable cut to Akosombo so that power will go all the way to the north. A lot of things were done to generation. It has the ever for. Okay, President Kufuor time no. Omo the timetable by. Ne, Rikuburobi, Okofa. BBF say toys. Toys no generators. Yeah, and it's your book how. And see, Professor Mensusa in your light. We carry generator and then more than so much. We talk generator. And chamber and generator now say you are control because of Pekanina. People were using generators all over the place. People have forgotten. And often, generators here, Juma. Then we Mahama buy. No, so only the fun is on by Ghana. He is not going to rely on excuses. Say a generation a month for amphibian count. But meanwhile, all is Obomode say only 1 or 2 friends and some tico no bomodi so the back so that the power will go, but yeah capacity no, it was more than 2,000-3,000 megawatts. See run JM or so on the day he's going to fix it.
It will be a thing of the past.
So he started any Ameri, any car power, any so many capacity they become. See here, generating capacity no, generating capacity 5,000 megawatts. Install capacity see here no. First about 2,500, so about 5,000 megawatts. Peak consumption is about 3,600 megawatts. Now, I say, when you storm capacity, in case it be conformer, that is why you have after 3,000, you have about another 1,000 or so a redundancy. About critical, you can fall on it. Now, the second aspect was that we were trying to export power to our neighboring countries, so we can get foreign exchange to supplement what we have in this country. It's a Koji loan for African Development Bank to extend the cables, distribution network, Burkina Faso, Togo, even as far as Niger. Koji Saskan. I say, a they came to truncate it. Because if you say excess power, the whole idea is that we also have to export. Who say Russia and Ukraine war, Europe first they need power for Russia because
gas and
that's right.
Gas.
That's right. A global world. A world they are global. Kakana one over to the Kojiska baby about. We have to leverage on it. So this is what we did. And more truncating. It's a do baby. No must say SS power. Take or pay. Then be basa. And Surini, Okra Parliament. No bisa Minister for Finance. They can pay no more canon or excess power. I think them wait here. But must wait $1 billion. As I hear them wait here. In the Minister of Cash wait to 947 million. The part from 2017 up to 2022, they went to $963 million. And $963 million.
So $963 million of what we have not used.
That's right. Be a breakdown. Same power. Aka we. Chaining na. It's a canway. Kakamwe in an Ghana economy. Apaska. Number 2, Valco. Now say B5 for say R5 for
B5.
B5. One of the biggest steel company in West Africa. They are producing under capacity. Didn't see Omunya power.
I think the honorable my friend saying Daniel Kosia Shama or say some time ago no parliament government assurance committee echo pro ama this that you are talking about emerging I say omunya even power to produce at full capacity.
Vacuum is what did they need power almost now most more industrialization 1D 1 factory 1A 1A then it's a why is the excess capacity it is our excess capacity can't you even say, let's assume for argument's sake say your excess capacity so excess capacity companies are more muddy. Do you know how much they can consume? We have to shut Vaco down because they were taking so much time. I say shutting Vaco down because power mucheno,
because Vaco no and no crown pointing here,
exactly, no continue here. What you say? So people don't know catch us there. And some of my you go, you evaluate it. Where is the excess capacity? Where is the excess capacity of Monka Sahin and Motuya? More than 1 billion, 967 million Ghana cedis for over a period of about 3-4 years. Now, mobile so all those power in more renegotiating, more extent at the same prices. I must say, yeah, signing. And don't forget that time I signed an agreement to people will not come and invest there because at that time your tariffs and you're very, very low in the whole of the world. An investor will not come and invest in your country with that low tariff. That was why we have to encourage them to come by giving them appreciable tariff. Because they don't come when you are charging 2 pence on a kilowatt. Then will be by 6 pence. How can he come and invest in your country? I remember that because I brought some Turkish people to come and do to come and engage in this power PPA.
And they found out that
they didn't come.
But it was in our, I mean, it's near to our benefit.
That's right.
Yeah, as citizens, no.
Because whatever we've got now, just suppose yourself into the next 5-10 years. Population is growing. The demand, unemployment is rising. Population is rising. We have to create industries for our people to work. We are going to China and importing things, and our forex situation is worrying us. And so how do you solve this problem? Also, create industries, import substitution, and all these things you need power. This is a problem, I just told you, per favor. And he didn't bring any scientific, any calculation, or the kind. And then one can say, no can say, Ghana was and you're COVID by. But I buy no, needs to call or
perhaps was he not looking at Ghana not as say be a way administration, yeah, Ghana and no, be our Ghana from more time. We see a time. Yes, I don't know. And
they didn't come out clear. The statement that they didn't come out clear. It was just in 2020, 2 years no cancer assembly. It is our power assembly day. Power assembly day. You hear as etna you more because 5 years, 10 years, 5,000 6 years is excess capacity. How many times in your light off?
And so
yesterday, the whole of Eastleigh gone. And Environ Senior, there was light off. And so what are you talking about?
Okay, so sa negotiation na although na ye power no. Yamfa amemnefin obi say can for baby say udi ehu ameneka say yamfa because enam say ye hia power ntino na to say the friend health minister can sometimes you may not be thinking right.
No,
you go into certain things because he had told us that he's going to fix it. It is going to be a thing of the past. Among for the council, people are not working. We are not continuing. Say, Master, the here now is power. What Ghanaian people need now is power, not the cost. Let us do it. I mean, yenya fe now become so maybe yenya.
But to time I come kuma kosi akoso modam. Ne Ghana to say. Ghana to say. Ghana Accra. Most of Accra was a rural area. Maybe a Wufiba, and half of it was rural area. And was population was.
So I'm a crowd. Time and now for electricity. I say science and wonders.
Wonders. So because that time no can anyway FIFA never. But Odin said, "Let me do it." Obviously, factories were tema. Oh yeah, tema habo. Saturday Ghana to say.
But I know say he met some nipa binum ehun say a waste of time near there. waste of money. It met some.
Today, yet na me not na. I can't say nka koso munanka. On masu phone connect say wo me na wo program to me ayana. You see the mentality. When the white man is expanding, you know who were the first one of the first to do a motorway. Asa abrofo no po omo ya motorway. You don't know that. A motorway no. We were one of the first people in the world that yeah motorway.
And I'm told yesterday near Penocran and said baby I na kowie ni baby I we.
Now look at other countries no. 6 lane. It be a 10 lane. Look at the I'm saying last week near Betna yeah accident na esi
or Ochirikwana.
Look at that. This 21st century Ghana road overtaking Kuniba. Look at the lives that you have.
Were you the one Okache say Cape Coast Road no? Nanka was say dualized,
that's
but
right.
because
of Hippic, Look at so you must have a vision. I'm sure it's only leaders must have vision, not for today, but for the future.
And my trivialize it, take or pay to mean say, because nano nra honorable IP. Analogy be say or the abusia and a say abusia aqua him. Na say also your quacope and one I say copy generator by solve problem now. Also the generator no instead senka or say ye talk back on your Tommy na back on a cajon say be you so say you so be to Yamonka.
Realistic.
Okay.
That argument is not realistic. Obusiamuna mai. You see, the Bushman is hammer. We are talking about a country. We are talking about a nation state. Since there are certain areas in Ghana how Mudasum. Why? Mudasum.
Is it because of lack of power or because of your friend is saying?
Because we are not visionary. You are not knowing that you have to make sure that you must have electricity 100% in your country. And electricity creating a lot of employment. Because of people 24 hours. 80%. So 20% of our compatriots have money power. But if you have power, you can do 24-hour work. I'm here 24 hours so shift. There's morning shift, there's evening shift. That's 6 o'clock will be harder.
These are few factors.
And so how can you grow this economy? Economy might be 24/7. 24 hours 7. That may close school abrochino. You use my evening time. And upon the classes. Evening time ya work. And upon the classes. Your window of sleep no. Say wapu school abanu. That's your window of sleep. That's how we are now no fan wo koye juma. You upon upon idman pena wo classes. Upon class wa beda. So your body itself was working 24 hours. Now will be some say didn't name me why FSR no.
Yeah.
Why were we tell no? Your body must work 24 hours. So many it is a visionary leader. That is why Kwame Nkrumah was a visionary. You know my Kwame Nkrumah yeah. Okay say Obinusi always. That is what we are relying on most of them now. Some motorway down over 33, 40, 50 years. We are seeing that now we, the present generation, cannot even fix the motorway. You cannot even fix it. Look at the accident. Look at the hole. I'm sure you passed the motorway. Look at the holes. Look at all those things. So we need a so those things no, we are not doing for the present generation. No. You are looking beyond my children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren. When they come, you remember Dubai? The first time I went to Dubai, it was a desert, camels, dooms. Now Dubai. Today, come and see. That moment, they didn't anticipate that one day, about the hub of Middle East, the economy will rise to the extent. But they did it.
Or perhaps there was a deliberate plan.
A deliberate deliberate plan.
Say almost share that aye.
Yes.
Because omunim say enema be no resources other countries be no more omuni.
That's right.
So they thought, you know, they were forward looking and thought that this is how I bit me aye there. So we can
I'll give you one small example. Look at Kotoka International Airport. You went terminal 2. No. That means terminal 2. Do you see how it was congested on a given weekend? Line, I saw line about. Then somebody said, let us expand this airport. Now look at it. Look at the gateway. And even with that, no, it attracted more airlines to come to this country. Now, the idea was that it was going to pay for itself. I'm sure if this government has continued what we planned, by now the airport will have been paid for itself. So it takes a man of a vision to do that. Ottawa by now, no. Go to Liberia, Robertsville Airport. It's the same as from time it was constructed. How many people? Lack of vision because of these wars and that kind of thing. Look at Ghana. I only came from Abuja 3 days ago, and I realized that Nigeria first, they had a very similar local airport. Now they have expanded, they got a new airport.
Because some of their celebrities came here.
Exactly.
That's
okay. So it forced them to go. So development, you know, there's nothing say that we have to do development. It will pay for itself. It will generate income. But when we have developed as what they have done now, then they'll come back and say that blame their woes on somebody. Blame their woes. You got this development, PPAs, we did it by borrowing up to 58 billion Ghana cedis. They have borrowed over 600 billion. Where are they? Then you come and blame somebody who has given you power. Now, we can at least, in our mental faculty, we can say that you don't even anticipate doing so. So when doing so comes to you, but it comes as a surprise to you.
Was there a plan to say that now there was a certain project which yes. Was there a plan and as be a notes be wo ho be say sadi we say I chase baby a person edru ni wo dem because sometimes are there no any wow brain child nurturing it becomes difficult.
The problem is the nature of our politics.
Okay.
I don't want to do it for you to come and take credit. Go to the cocoa roots.
No, but it's smart thing to do is even senka take up you betimia akoso aka say take off given said the whole can sanity take or pay any a friend say ni na no the entire old friend take or pay no and say me dwin hwe kan menim say metimi cry export bi
yes
menim say metimi export to ade akokoduru ba bi to say even Niger
exactly
sa dwin no na na ewo metimi am ye
dey nya wo ho
so say obae no say opeso ya you come you still keep talking about your take or pay but to betimi aya akwa say if I had not done this anka we mu beba be wasted me ba chote dem say the smart thing to do is say bibia or the plan no you continue with the plan
yes.
Do it and create the impression or let people know say mama me ya and can crofo we the omo be no nka omo wasting
no that is why I was say your constitution or your governance structure I was say your bra to say to was say part a friend say who na wa she BBAC
the NDPC National Development Planning Commission.
Uba continue for because all of us
an agenda, a national agenda. We have a target we all want to hit. Into banana and kind for us to cry. It should be towards the same agenda. The
target is development. The target must be development. That's all. And is it going to ignore the development of the country? That's the first question I also will. So I'll take you back to the cocoa roots. We are talking about the cocoa roots. Let me tell you, cocoa roots. What was the essence of the cocoa roots? To make sure that we open up our rural areas, where the produce of our goods, if you know,
free ban,
it will say open up, so that if it's open up, you will be able to go and invest a factory there to process whatever they are.
And it will even be cheaper.
It will be cheaper.
Transportation. So, the only thing I will have to transport is my dear no and Kasa Mayeno.
But if you are going to that road, that place, and you spend 13 hours on just a stretch of 20-30 kilometers, will you go invest the place? So if somebody says that I am doing cocoa roast to open up, is it not a good idea?
Wonderful idea.
You come and you say, hey, I'm going to audit. What are you auditing? The important is that let them finish the road, and if you have any problem, you audit it.
But Honorable Chairman, is it also not true? I say sometimes leader no betimenya ni so ade hunu papa say eno ntina mpese me. But nkofo a ode omo edi sajuma no benya ulterior motives binom a omambe o ma say this is a fine opportunity ntino ma me fa bibi mfa ase na me nya woche nti say wo leader no ama wani ana ho a wan hwe ya na wa nam papa na opeso otu no nkrofo adidi agum. That is why
uchinwa you deal with them. That is why. So that should not and this is as someone who can stop me from doing what I have to do for the country. But the rules are there. When I catch you, I get to know of it. I'll deal with you.
But is it wrong for me to look into it to apprise myself of the Adenu city so that if Metwaswa, I will make sure say I make sure say we are getting value for money.
Yeah, but that is correct. You must apprise yourself and make sure that the thing because
hence the audit.
That is why.
Hence the audit.
Oh, but the audit should not stop you from the process going on. Because if the process is going on, and that's why we audit at every stage, but you don't stop the thing incognito, and then after you've done audit, and there's a need for you to do the project, it becomes costly. The cost goes up because you wasted time. No, until the audit must come on. Fair enough, it must come on, but the project must be done. As I said, the work must be done. It shouldn't preclude us from doing the things that we know the benefit of our people. Another day, when we don't do it, it becomes expensive. Our people then live in abject poverty. You understand? And then, don't forget that if one is in abject poverty for a long time, there will be an explosion. So anybody say no children one day no.
So tap on
one day no. Best story I say no. Pato.
Never.
Pato oba. Pato de oba. Why na funu nya aye ma. Hey, sir. Na mini pato one day. Oh, the next person I'm robbers about fee. Because comedy one. Why will an robber come? What did he do? So let us not bastardize everything in this country. Let us look at the vision of our leaders. And when the vision is come and you are not there, anybody who must continue the vision. That is why other countries, Malaysia, Singapore. You name it, Vietnam
and even recently, Thailand. Young Kwasa microphone of Africa, everyone was saying, Mr. of Africa, Paul Kagame country,
Rwanda. You understand? And then why are we in this state of the black star of Africa? The black star of Africa. When we had independence, everybody was touting that Ghana. People came here to learn from us, our universities.
And it is not even after independence, Chairman. Recently, Nkofomo Etia Manoni, na Ote Honate. Said the nkrofo sika nkankan duru bronya bre na nkrofo isi yese pese e background enom ne adade America force Ghana a gateway to Africa. Exactly. So whatever we have to do, we have to be deliberate about it. So that and yet just an impression a reality, so that we don't come out and criticize ourselves. Look at the import of the action of the person. Is it developing the country? And it's a fact. Okay. Maminko Honorable Kinsley Atukujo, Honorable Kwaba.
Yeah, Chairman.
Traffic chiwa.
Traffic at a point the crana.
Nanka, we are Pabas.
Here, but I'm a said my banty, no, there. Mincha,
I'm running a cobatum, and wasn't me Kobe man, can be one who be cry.
It's a food, I'm a ponch or there. Meant to remember doing them. Now, I some that me hear my papa buy my World Bank for can Ghana, which I can
go so I
can PPA agreement I sign so come. And I say about the KB because Sabi, busy mind, no say, a bit you don't and fear saying and oh, she share no down which I brought man for, oh, do there come some that, yet today in this way, some counter, whatever, but the KB there, we need to face the truth. Sometimes we need to speak the truth. We need to admit that here we erred. Every admission in power, but when you want to defend, you can defend, and the more you defend, the more you'll be exposed. The more stories will come out. No confirm with a human bay no my watching. Because my card a card a bribe about personal. Honorable Boache Jacon. He brought energy prices down. Sakaya made their campaign per day. You had to electricity now. I was then EMT meeting. Because now in the economic agency, my minister was supposed to go, but I was attending earlier on. I was attending for her. And all the pricing no between her. Pricing no, there was this PPA agreement, take or pay agreement now. I'm a pricing now high. There was this bit of aeroplane. I could tell my police for was at the point jets in a police, my soldier for military. Nina has been priced into it, including buildings. Oh yeah, buildings that were built at baby away gas no 12 gas na yama a lot of things no over that car or yeah price no electricity price no so I will know if you are generating electricity you trade electricity kawa you trade military for one water. So why should we have all that into the electricity, into the energy cost, to make it expensive for a common man to pay? As I say, so these are the matters, the real matters that affect us. I'm willing to be no the commercial. I got an account can DJ. In see, the can but don't cry. World Bank for catching there. And what I can and what I yet to we have talked about COVID, those are external factors. COVID and Ukraine are external factors. Internal factors, no. It's a one gas war because young guy there, President Mahama Nagasang saw catching her there. See, can I be a acadome? Abra Kufobe urban or catches came for Kufoba because of my house about answer about catching is can acadome, don't pay as a baby. And to all would come, it's difficult for you to come out. Here, what we have confina as a poverty now, Yamma here bedua because Obi or to come now, or to crook as well, oh, I think about struggle if your man will pay. Nobody even says your effort. I
know, almost say because money so I do more, because the entire power in your excess power, and you say near per se, your tongue be a mamma on it.
Yanka power and excess power. You can't take or pay.
Take or pay.
That means machine they say wo for machine.
And the money excess no. That is what makes it excess. Take or pay no dey mean try dey mean here and so metua ho kan na broso no. Nti no na omo explanation ne say there was a plan in place. Senke be ya ma atoa kwakodru bi to say Burkina Faso no ne ade mobile you came to truncate it. Mobile be truncate here no and it's why no and go draw into the power no e be access to you.
And this is also the SS and SS. I'm talking about the fact
so
that
it's a plan.
We sign a contract. Wo fi baby to say micro message. Wo koto school bus. I will be fan Korako school. Wa koto high end Macapolo and I say BB. You don't need Macapolo for his actually. You need some other bus that can take the people around. And you don't go and buy what you don't need. So sign agreement say, may sign agreement with the view there in 10 years or so, no, I will export. So why don't you wait for the 5 years? Why won't you wait for 10 years? Then you do a further expansion. So between now and the 5 years, you know that I'm creating costs that for now I don't have even the ability, because also constructed additional lines. What do you call Burkina Faso? What do you call Lomé? You haven't done that. How long was it going to take for them to do that? And so for the say 10 years on the side now, and you do take or pay the money for 10 years. It's not a wise contract agreement, no more sign yet. And it's so shameful. And today you find people, I was my brother, nice man, nice gentleman. I hope he's all coming to defend. He has not defended that already.
It is important to know that car power is on take or pay basis. Yet the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government has extended its duration from 10 years to 20 years.
Why didn't you change it when you got the opportunity?
See, let me tell you, I was in Parliament.
But also, the duration of same power agreement, which is another take or pay power agreement, has been extended by this government from 5 to 10 years. The question, I beg to ask the question. Granted, the NDC, Yayan Kosesam, Wakai, Yamapi, Amod mandate. The first never year, the test of the Jacoba Parliament. First, if I am the minister, first thing, I am abrogating it. Take your machines and go away.
Anasamu Mayen.
Anasamu Mayen. And I'm very sure that Mukoji 1 billion loan or parliament. So they are going to renegotiate this power, which is a take or pay agreement. Just recently, a few months ago, they themselves have signed a take or pay agreement.
Which one?
Financial. I'll give
which one? Okay, so now you were in Parliament. You were in
Parliament. Na Minister Baho. He said two things. And don't forget
energy minister.
Finance Minister.
Okay, Finance Minister.
Before I make question, I can't say, and yet no say, why did we sign those agreements in the first place? Because we noticed that the supply from the available VRA and other people was not enough. Until 4 years, the whole country was plunged into darkness. It took them 4 years before some, even truly, MPP buy and sign. But let's credit them there. Because they are signed some of these agreements, we had additional power supply on board to be able to eventually get off, the doom so. So I mean, I say, more additional supply. However, those additional supplies also came with the take or pay agreement. In other words, ABI here 500. No one was here machine or 2,000.
This is what is available. This is what we can offer. We also needed power.
We needed 500.
They gave it to us.
2,000. So the thing is that you sign an agreement with Kwesi Mensah producing 2,000. You need 1,000. You sign an agreement with Adwa producing 3,000. You need 1,000. Why don't you allow the 2,000 here? Company crying us and 2,000. Let all the 2,000 come on board. But you go and sign another 1,000 here. Doing well that there's excess capacity here. And then you create this, you create that, you create that. What are you doing? It's not create root and share.
But you came to
you are doing it. I say. Mobile. So let me tell you. Obia ya signing contracts. You see, you buy no contract be a utuma, you no court. You no co we in a friend be a friend saying.
International.
No, you created debt.
Judgment debt.
Judgment debt. Near your judgment because who Ghana na and yes NDC Ghana na sign contract no. You cannot just go and say
the contract has duration. The contract has duration. A terminating point. The contract has a duration say yeah for 1 to 5 years.
Also buy no.
So what I'm saying is in renegotiation, I'm telling you two things that happen. Number one, for some majority of them, the minister said he is negotiating the rates down. Some are not agreeing, a lot of them are agreeing. Then later, he came and said he is negotiating the take or pay agreement. Because I'm saying, let's granted that the capacity has been created. Okay? The capacity has been created. Oh, buy no, okay, oh, say, maybe I can, the first thing you have to do, you look at all the capacity, I don't want that, but you are not going to have it easy. And I say, be culture after expiration of 5 years, no, but meanwhile, they are also giving you power production that you need. You have signed agreement with them. No, you have signed agreement with them. Say, okay, I'll take 100 on board. So, what are you saying? The things have been created.
Now, as soon.
Now, me see, yeah, buying what we did, as part of what we did, was to renegotiate the rates
to
be able to bring energy prices down.
If there was an option, I'm asking this: if there is an option, say, we wait me offer the power and PPA, and I say you wouldn't have to pay for an extra cost that you don't need. On the channel. I don't know. On can channel say, be even before time the best one. So one man will say, if you don't do it this way, I'm taking this other option.
In
so that maybe on casa time no crano. We now all do there now for saying the best for Ghana. No, or the Baba we
it's not the best or not the best. It will be a friend in project. We have something called sunk cost. There are certain costs that a kofuma winyan bill. Now, okay, new project is also going to come with sunk cost. So you look at those costs, what share with sunk costs and what share additional costs. If it is wise to keep it, rather than to go and get a cost, a project at the additional cost per boy, you don't go for that. And it's not just because but
that does that make you a better negotiator than there? Or yeah, because you see the point is you have come to extend it. Oh, by Nadiana Enyano, Fira na Ufo say a kind of saying tenant na Fira no Abusian Penia or Koyeno. Or they amano outmu say ne born you too much no na o buy no instead so the
first year say you negotiate. I've said that we renegotiated the rates into some rates when renegotiated. What was not done, what has, because already you are signing and your contract here in 5 years. I don't have the years, but it's not here in 5 years. Some of them are running beyond 5 years. Ameri was 5 years. And when we came, my marriage was quite critical. It's coming to an end. What do you do? Okachian said there are critical elements. Encore and I say you. Oh yes, and some can say papa. Maybe I'm saying papa. But see now we need additional energy on board. You need additional energy on board. So once you need additional energy on board, those one came. But it came with excess baggage.
Okay, so no not say my all can ya me person say oh 1 year be to say send power. One negotiate amanabro so when excess was so car power one negotiate amanabro so intini senka the bro so car power no yen so no say all the send power ba yen kan chen say there be we have excess power already
we don't need that.
It doesn't work that way.
Okay,
Investment doesn't work that way. Take and pay. It is, let me tell you, they claim that power agreements that were signed by them were on take or pay basis, and that this occasion huge financial loss is forced. Take or pay arrangements are normal insurance of financial viability provision in power purchase agreements.
It is not alien to our sector.
No, it is
a normal practice.
What's a power plant? The machine has got a capacity. Will be 100 megawatts capacity. But while machine, you are not going to produce, you are not going to make a machine even more 100%. I'll say in case of emergency. Your same power there, no, break it down at a certain category. So if you are relying on HISA, they break it down. Just say, where is your reserve? We need reserve. So every power plant must have a reserve.
So you have a reserve, but you be saying there, what extra one no, you will be minded by that fact, and so the Bianca obe triana extra, or the second one or the third one, a better form.
But you see, the problem is that you are doing this, right? Yeah, and you're starting because your history tells you. So I gave you historical precedent. Akosombo. what happened? They started with 5 turbines. Eventually, they ended up with 2 turbines. When was it now? You have to make room for this kind of investment.
Perhaps Akosombo was not coming at an extra cost for us.
Yeah, at that time,
it was not coming with an extra cost.
At that time, there was an extra cost because there was a lot of wastage. Because the power was not being consumed. That is why the electricity was on for 24 hours. So and you are paying for it. When in the daytime, what's your Kanye should do? I'm not paying for it.
No, as an individual, you are paying for it.
The nation is paying for it. But the cost is has to be passed to you, the individual. The nation, how is the country going to pay for it? It's going to pay for it by giving the service, and you paying from the service. Look, don't let's bedevil the issue. The issue is that we had an energy crisis. In energy crisis, just start with Mahama. This energy crisis, I gave you an example from Rollins time. Rollins time, from Abuzia's time, from Achampon's time. When we were going to school, I was then in Adisada. We used to have light off in Cape Coast school. Sometimes we were using candles.
Those were dry seasons. Usually in dry seasons we have power.
Please. Our population was growing.
So honorable.
Dry season. Now Akosombo is now still Buidam. Buidam na it's not all the turbines have not been open. Dry season.
Water level no is not enough.
It's because that is why you have to diversify your energy.
Okay, so
that is why you have to diversify.
From hindsight. Yentimi and Jane who said there were some things we would have done differently during the negotiation. Yentimi and Jane.
That is why I'm telling you that this power sector is a specialized area. And yeah, I think there's more systems or more power. And yeah, BBI, every country has got excess power. It's not only Ghana. Every country has got excess, but what do you use the excess power for? In our instance, in our case, if we are talking about excess power, we are laughing and tickling ourselves because you have a country where 80% we have 80% electricity coverage, 20% haven't got power. Number 2, you are saying we want to industrialize. Number 3, we are saying that we have got vacuum. We have got B5. These companies are lacking power. And then you come and sit here and say there's excess power.
But Honorable, are you aware of this fact? There is a company in Ghana called B5 or underperforming. And I said, only performing to need full capacity because we need enough power.
Company
B5, Pram. B5, the biggest steel company in West Africa.
Sonny, your friend saying.
As a waterman. Or Ponkata Manso.
Anyway, it's what Pam.
No, Pam.
It's not the same area.
Yes.
Yeah. And then
but look at distribution. Because if they go full blaster, that one vacuum went on.
Well, maybe this one will need a technical.
Yes. I'm not. Yeah, in that technical.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Where the better issue will be there today, and the electricity all the be if you know about cost because there are elements only do cash cost and this one market shema and no your way to
it is wrong. It is totally wrong. Electricity have a problem.
Wrong as in not true.
I'm telling you, problem with electricity is there. Look, you have a lot of challenges. First and foremost, first and foremost, you have illegal connections in this country. You have a situation where when government consumes power, they don't pay. When transmission losses, there are so many. You can't say excess power. There's so many. Let me honest with ourselves.
The irresponsibility of the government. I was affect me. Say no can be near the because what he's saying is that Yakoto Yakoto some infrastructure. Yeah, this are cost now electricity. Is that
I am not privileged to that, but I'm saying that if it is wrong, when we came to government,
you could have changed.
But if you are still paying for it, then it's not wrong because after your investigation,
hands tied.
No, after you came, you've been given power. You came to negotiate. You came to audit. You came to say, and when you realize that probably that is the best thing to do, you keep it.
But it could be wrong and still be binding on you.
No.
It could be wrong and still be binding on you.
No.
What's any agreement? No. Judgment that issue about judgment that issue about Gabano son say, I cancel contract. No one fan court. You can say that a guy gonna go. Chief,
we are here. This is pure speculation. I don't know about, but I'm saying that as a government. Adekoka came to sell this thing to you for 10 cities. You have changed governments.
They sign agreements. And government since we are going concern.
Going concern. Agreement.
Because I cannot come and say.
I also left you assets. After the assets that I left you, and you are no one can answer. So I come and sit down with you and say that, look, okay, Adekoka made a mistake. I'm prepared to maintain the status quo. I want to renegotiate with you. Everything human person will come. Okay, what are our new terms? Let's look at it. If it's viable.
But he's saying that they did but
Missing your companies, not every company was willing and ready.
That is not my cup of tea. I've given you governance. You cannot come after 6 years, after 7 years, when you have borrowed so much. You see when you are shifting the goalpost, you know, it's very ironic. You have borrowed so much money, so much money, and you are talking about what off taker and all the take and pay. Look at the money that you've taken. You borrowed.
But next time I'm talking, let me take it from me. I
want to give you a direction. I want to give you a direction on task.
All right, so Manenka there.
And then I say for Mama Chairman answer saying that we have a argument in 46% of our budget. Sika ya there or my or revenue of revenue. Sika Uganda hanu. Watch a man. Almost 50% is equal to our debts. The debts were not created only by this government. You buy no, Even though you can this rationalization loan. Yes, a loan be interest worker NDC pay. You country a buy about to assist loan with interest of 19%, 15%. And I did some facilities which were much lower than 15% and 19%. You paying off. As I say, a lot of the loans we started taking were those rationalization loans. Yeah, and this loan and interest is high, no. And this is sincere loans be interest very high. So your G loan yet too, interest I perform. All those loans are seen as contracted by NPP. By the way, used to pay the debts. 46%. See, revenue in your higher by go to the toilet. No, what your man no by a donum, you go to a cow. Yes. Yes, more than you can.
But
now say,
Adeba Qua means me dream on the say. Namunim say take or pay no. Albatross around our necks, mobile.
Exactly.
Okay, so and I don't know because when you say we had this to grapple with. Namusumo bro musiagum.
Yeah, bro musiagum say.
Mo bro musiagum to the extent that at a point, what catch and say, Sikana Samaka don't pay. Translated means that Ghana revenue, you share salary, you share capped funds, you share interest payment, a year 100 and almost 12% of our revenue. In other words, Sikai 2 Nigerian Ghana pay, you there and you trade the many maybe. I buy a flagship project there. One factory, 3 SHS. Sika eje wo he ekotwa ya bosa ya bo. Ye dey twa car funds, ye dey twa salaries. Yes yenum asa. How do we develop? Nkofon to aban ton there. On ba fan sem share dem any dem from because sika ye jeje already over commitment ayaye no in terms of salary, in terms of loans. Enye hen on ya bredo. Ye buy that was what we found and we reported this to the public. Okay, so Honorable, do you think that when during
so you campaign, got to borrow to do the other projects?
Do you think that during my campaign, mo catch say a car NDC for Bogo hono? Kwanya mo be faso am betimi ababetu asa aka no sembe kwa kwaje bosia e de abetu anke beto abama. They said they can't rationalization.
Oba abem. When we say busin bi ho ya san 30 years. 30 years interest rate are here 19%. Almost ambition be 5 years. What will you do rationally? Send them many sika interest here for ma. Rationally you have to go and borrow and pay that. Because that interest will be paid whether you like it or not. And for instance, we coin interest loan interest 8%, which is almost half of what you pay to them. You borrow the 8% and pay off the 90%. And these are contracts and this is signed. Chairman Adiko account was inside them contract. And it's a massive contract in Abbey there. Them Sikano or Kamagano for watching here. We need to borrow and pay it off. Now, 80 church said that time, no, you took poor church Ghana fan for what to assume there. This is the right thing to do. Sometimes, Obija asset. Let's share asset, no. Over time, it's going to create more cost for you. It's better to sell off the asset today and realize some income than what and sana a track on abona a fiable cover. So it was a wise thing to do.
Yama at for Emrem. Now your phone line number back 0200 854 255.
No fighting on bag on my
854 255 with me. Edward didn't say Abana Yatos. But there were other issues so not a course and a person can't want them. Chairman, electoral commission for say as usual, Namo Pese Museo Mudin Keke. Intina Mukoka say almost smuggle DB at the Ababi Ra electoral register no more as in North. And you're not correct. MPP for new among Kasai. And yeah, your friends, but Chief is on the line. Oba, Ebia, Oba and also be Chief.
Good morning. I do to again.
Nyankopa no more Chief.
On the English, Animanga, Ubanu, the Manga, Honorable, the person, Pamina Saki, the MPENSENMPENSENMU, Tony, MPP Delegate from Shipian. Unike, it should be now from Shipian 2024, Kuni, election. Okay, MPENSENMPENSENMU Delegate, I mean, Honorable, the person, Saki, the Kenichimu, the Noya, Nichonga. MPENSENMPENSENMU. And the Kukacha, and the Kukachi, a 12 shaka Ugana be a himel. Saniaji, the issue, oh, yeah, sign contract. The contract, yeah, we used to like, or used to pay 1 billion in the annual. No, you don't need any Ghana, start with an attack with Wehama. No, you don't need I am Papa Mamile, Papa Leva. Jeno Pemu, a cap copy the scanner MPP. I'm a get to me, Ojuba. I'm satisfied. I can lele scanner come and to me. No, each adekoka. Okay, she's like the question. Okay, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso. Many Bejano to negotiation. Me, Papa, like Abakashi, or contact the Comenu Oba. What point me? What check Ecomano? They have let this dear a Bascovakai. The former President Mahama can disappear. I'm a Bogana Bro. I'm a Chumba, why and a contract in it. Matadikokake. And what we should bring back. Now, I'm not going to pay the PPA, Negamedia, contract number. I'm assigning the one man, Mascat by Janatau.
What is meant is that
okay, so Chairman say what addresses has already. Sir, Suhini, Echo Rezi, Sadia no Parliament. I'm a Finance Minister Babachile Muka say so far, almost
937.5 million.
A friend over from 2017 to us at the time.
So I just want to make a second back in
2022. Baba Menfa Kola, Men Trempana.
Why do you pedal force?
Men Trempana.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Men Trempana.
Yes, Ube Warrior, Warrior Brapeko. Pato.
Yes, sir, Chairman.
Wuni Nyankasami Papa, Chairman Adekoka. Mummy no Pocho, MPENSENMPENSENMU Wasemo.
Okay.
When I came Nyankupon or Bonnet. Asa, Mummy no, my dream the hop papa. Mummy no, Wuni Nankasami Chairman Adekoka, Mummy no, my dream the hop papa. My name is Nyankupon, etuma Mummy no, I didn't say. Pato. Messi, in Kosanka will be sending people in our hall, Mr. Kujo say. Bisen or Mujino, infant, and I'm Casambi or say. Chinese are taking over airport. Happens.
So I'm
corrected
you see where the revenue is generating from. And I've been church and in car. Chinese are taking over. Me can
no, but entrepreneur, I said, well, you can't say, the Akosia wa say, Antiman try a car on budget.
No, besides one with this hour.
Intino,
besides one with this hour.
In Ruan,
from this hour.
Very good. Now, she can't yet you soon after she can't want. You can't yet you soon now, so comedy and she can't won't be sound. Oh, so Kokosini so new to Mika, one in the kind, and in the MP4. So Kokosini so new to Mika. She can't yet you soon now, so come or more you in your mind. The balancing of more Buddhism. Reckless volume, if you are new, reckless volume, if you are new, but me see me were fishing network at the Kamahabo. I am telling you, you see Marky, just Marky somewhere. Chinese will take over Harbor Airport and everything. I'm telling you.
All right. Okay, so
you said the same so far NP be not or defend. Yeah, now it say me fabulous one. Let me form TV 9 can walk.
Okay, so no, we had the opposition say can you intimidate into Kwambia so I'm here on bed take over, but we don't have to wish that upon ourselves.
But that may pedal so we say on saying there. Goes contract now wasn't signed what they in them port na my guarantee no. It was by NDC. There are 8 contracts there. There are 8 contracts there. And then most of them
I want to know which one sir? Eddie come out Chinese.
Sisia, meba. I will look for.
Ato
Common sense, yanko.
Ato mechi abejafo. Emra me banu se ato oye santu.
Ozo oye dey.
Osu ye santu peti.
Abolo nene mayu.
Me say me banu se emra hwe wo TV no so no. Osu ye santu peti. O hwe TV.
I don't get it. Man, I said, now one partner phone money clear.
Why you santu?
No, phone now kasa money clear. And I don't know where it's coming from.
I had to say, it's a selection and Akufo-Addo no.
I had to say Akufo-Addo.
I thought you mean
me te wonka.
You mean koso?
Obetimi akoso but we nim de nyina me te wa yenko.
Oh okay. Me ti mi cha obejuafo na ma cha chama emeritus Adekoka. Ono ba tuku jodi e mesre sanka ekofifo ebe ma na akọ ono post. In a beba na ya retire the pleko. Because Akofi Jews ni entimi aboa no campaign ni. Obvious can so ya allocate na conscience ni so entimi aboa no. The mayor e be retire ni. Ato. Ododo bi odi osu ye tumu a ni aninya ni lai okomu kanu mito abama no. Ato. Eye no nwanwa se nkomu abeda ediene se ye beka power and system, World Bank country directors, whoever no. You won't three any day won't. Now, and then NPP for Russia, Ukraine war no more than yesterday. And no more bad being common. And when I tell my emeritus, I change you more. Factory is one visit, one factory now, and electricity, and a baby demand. It is uncommon with your moon 20 and a man on this one. Almost a hunye and Gary a 25 CD, 30 CD, a boy a 20 CD, 20 for food a job, a common day, you didn't try your best school fees. And not the man with them. Yet you didn't try your danker. And then you do where you are to electricity. You won't see and walk on the monomunka. Then you the same car power and Semana or my police it was misled and $800 million is same Mamuko. Only a Jaco Cocofa Jacu, who ye are in if you want. Yes, and some can't hear what you any do movie. I told you a bit of who is in semi Becky Cano. The mamifest and would to us.
May I say, sir, although I didn't say,
and what you and I action, yeah, chen day. since I'm watching be a canny only take or pay agreement and this is sign on Jintum in the house or this on Jintum. And this a sign contractor and the Sika Ward or the Mamino Yo may want to hear no. I buy all those side them cannot call. The point is that there's a difference between Kawayabo and a Kawayetia. Says we turn 900 whatever. On in China Kawabo. The money you have paid is all the money you have what? The debt you have created. And this is creating about 1 million. Is it?
How? Where is the evidence? I mean, please, when you are talking, talk on evidence. I'm telling you, your own finance minister.
I'm also talking about the finance minister. I'm talking about the same finance minister
in parliament. So let him come back to parliament and come and give us the evidence.
Listen, me more parliament.
I'm not talking about you being parliament.
And the finance minister.
I'm not talking about you being. I'm
talking about parliament and finance minister.
Okay, we are paying about. Is it 1 million and 1 billion? It translates to $2.5 billion every year.
Why are you
$2.5 billion every year?
Cities, sorry.
Why you fan?
Oh, I'll find it for you. I'll find it for you. So
the man has gone to parliament and has given. I wanted to pull out this thing. Aka, same power, so much. Oh no, about 937.
What has been paid?
From Dante.
That be what has been paid.
Please,
what has been paid? Read it again. I challenge you to read it again.
Listen very carefully.
It's what has been paid. So what the debt has been created.
The question was about excess power.
What has been paid?
Please. The question was about excess power. How much has? I hope your researchers, your producers can pull that list out. I hope they can pull out excess power. That's the question, because you are saying the excess power no about 17 billion, and then they say, okay, give us the breakdown. And the man came to parliament and made an emphatic statement that the total power they have paid from 2017 to 2022 no, and 937.5.
Make counter agreement and say we are creating 2.5 billion excess debt. In fact, I'm going to occur say Minister now of the production and those companies were producing, we only take at that time we only take 40-something%. Over 60% of production were excess power we're paying for, not even 50%. Machine let me finish.
Producers to pull this thing out.
No, but time not Suntina.
Finance minister say the debt is at that time into dollars and it was $2.5 billion annually. Now I'm saying say the
dollar rate was how much?
I can't remember on top of my head.
But send an uncle also because he has work say Suhuni.
Next time we'll ever discuss the meme. Not the cacao.
No, but honorable won't say no. By one Casacran now started to open so cancer. Enti Suhini the Kobusa a question no. Suhini bisa a question no. And a finance minister ebe answer the same. No. What 2 million watch?
I'll try to say, or senior ye chia. Now, Mr. Maker say, Kaya Yabo, Nanya,
so that the different 937
what has been paid
was in dollars.
It was dollars. That's the excess power they have paid.
All right. So
you didn't come and say there's another extra to pay.
What you are saying could be true in Ghana cedis, but the only thing is that you are not able to tell us. Time when, but unfortunately, I was they see her. Mobile, and then there were some other issues we wanted to talk about, but unfortunately, Saturday was so bread and butter issue. The January na really also a pato. Nyango poya no much na. Besa bania babes from Ebio. Nemum we are in so between 2 and 5:30. Yenshia on original 91.9 FM. Yemfa June Kasa Jumedi no emfa emro. Me I say bo amada ko akosua asabia na fe Martin ahwe ye betena se akyekyemse mu ama wate ase onso ebe ma kwan amado adwonkyere aba chairman emeritus Adeko ka honorable Ato Kojo Nyankopon sha se mbai na mi sha